Hi, welcome to King Motors. You've clicked the link to our 2018 Mercedes-Benz C350 plug-in hybrid. This is a sport premium spec, which is a nicely spec car. Quite a bit more spec than your average sort of sport, say, for instance. I'm going to take you out for a spin in it now, just try and show you some of the buttons and features and functions and some of the really interesting stuff it can do. Other than that, there's a link in the video's description should you find it on YouTube or something. Click it, takes you all the way back to the ad, shows you all the specific details I'll miss in a small advert like this. And finally, I just want to put the price here as to what you can finance the car from through us, should you choose to. Here we are out in the C350, and the first thing you're struck with one of these C350s when you're out in them generally is the quietness. That's because it's pretty much always electric. So once you're at low speeds like this, it's always trying to push the electric function. And even when you're really low, you've got a very depleted battery, it'll still always push electric function. And that's because they're always hybrid. A lot of people get confused by plug-in hybrid and hybrid. All hybrids are self-charging hybrids. A plug-in hybrid also has a larger battery pack that you can plug in. So in effect, this works in exactly the same vein as your Toyota Prius and that kind of stuff, with the added bonus of a larger battery pack. So it never runs out of battery. It's never going to happen. The second thing you're struck by with them, though, is the smoothness in the suspension. It's unbelievably compliant. This car, as we drive along it now, has adaptive air suspension, meaning it reads the road and it looks for potholes and undulations and all that kind of stuff, and it actually adjusts the whole thing. It's got an air anti-roll bar in it as well, so it always tries to stay flat and smooth in so much as it can as you're driving along. So it's a really nice thing, and that nicely brings me on to what I feel the best thing about your plug-in hybrid cars are. As we cruise along now, we're effectively in just a gorgeous limousine, really comfy, really quiet, but we've got drive modes in this car. So I can go from Eco, Comfort, Sport and Sport Plus. When I put this car in Sport or Sport Plus, on account of the air suspension, it drops itself down by about an inch on the suspension, and it uses the engine and the motor suddenly to create power, no longer economy you're chasing at that stage, and it gives you 293 brake horsepower and over 600 newtons of torque, which is just an obscene figure. It creates just this massive duality in the car that you couldn't have years ago. You couldn't own stuff like this. You had to have one or the other. And the plug-in hybrid thing, I feel, really gives you both. A lot of cars do have drive modes and that kind of stuff in them, but the plug-in hybrids, with the advantage of the motor, they really shine in these situations. So that's a really nice touch about them. Then on to this actual car as we sit in there. This is the Sport Premium. So the Premium comes with some nice touches over and above your standard sort of stuff. You get the fully electric seats with the seat switches up here, all aluminium. It's a really nice touch. You get the big roof that is a panoramic roof, and it opens and tilts, so it's quite a nice thing. The other thing you get then is you get a fully electric boot, so it'll open and close on the key, and then you get keyless entry and keyless go. So it's a nice step up above the Sport, like not a huge amount, but it's enough to make it noticeable. Other than that, then just into the cab, like just how it's laid out and run, it's an absolutely beautiful thing. Really well put together. It's beautifully German. It's simplistic. There's not a lot of stuff in here in terms of buttons and stuff, but everything that is here is mega efficient. And the little screen as it sits up here on the plinth is just a lovely little touch. It's elegant. It's not too big. It's not intrusive. It's just right. I personally like them very much. They're a lovely thing to go down the country and that kind of stuff. Other than that, though, I'm going to just stop talking about the car there, and I'll move on to us briefly in these kind of weird times. Just to let you know more about our company, we were one of the first ever second-hand dealers to be an SAMI dealer, and now we're an AA approved dealer. The AA approval allows us to offer up to 2 years AA warranty on all of the cars with a 101 point pre-sale check before they leave. The real thing, as I always say, the AA does for us really though, is it's a great feather in our cap, in so much as the AA are quite brand protective and they don't just allow anyone be an ambassador for their brand. So it says a lot about the type of business we are and the type of people we are. The other thing we have then is we've well over 50 real 5-star Google reviews, and we're very proud of those. So we'd love you to read them and see how other people got on with us. And that's kind of it really though. I'm going to wrap it up there, and I want to say thanks for watching the video. We appreciate you taking the time to do it. Hopefully it showed you some really nice touches about the car and just the type of people we are, who you can expect to meet if you come up to see us. But that's kind of it again. I'm going to say goodbye, and hopefully we will see you soon.